At its core, sound is not a thing, but an event. It is the transfer of mechanical energy through a medium via a series of pressure waves. When an object vibrates, it displaces the molecules around it, creating a chain reaction of collisions that carries the energy from the source to your ears. The speed of these vibrations is measured in hertz. 1 hertz simply means 1 cycle per second. Low frequencies, large slow waves, for example 20 Hz to 100 Hz, create deep bass tones that we often feel in our bodies as much as we hear them. High frequencies, short rapid waves, for example 10,000 Hz and above, create piercing treble tones. Unlike light, which can travel through the vacuum of space, sound requires a medium to exist. It moves through matter in 2 phases. Compression, where molecules are pushed together, high pressure, and rarefaction, where molecules are pulled apart, low pressure. The density of the medium dictates how efficiently and quickly that energy travels. The physical properties of the stuff sound moves through change its character and speed significantly. In air, sound travels at approximately 343 meters per second. Because air molecules are relatively far apart, the energy loses strength over distance as it fights through empty space. Sound travels about 4.5 times faster in water than in air. Because water is nearly incompressible and much denser, the molecules are tightly packed, allowing the mechanical energy to skip from one molecule to the next with incredible efficiency. This is why whale songs can travel thousands of miles. In solids like bone, sound travels even faster. Bone conduction bypasses the eardrum entirely. When sound hits your skull, the mechanical energy vibrates the heavy, dense calcium structure, delivering the vibration directly to the cochlea in your inner ear. This is why your own voice sounds deeper to you than it does on a recording. You are hearing the warmth of the vibrations traveling through your jaw and skull. Sympathetic resonance is a physical phenomenon where a passive object responds to external vibrations, provided those vibrations match its own natural frequency. Every physical object has a frequency at which it prefers to vibrate. When it encounters that specific tone in the environment, it begins to move in sympathy, even without being touched. The clearest way to witness this is with 2 identical tuning forks mounted on wooden resonator boxes. The setup: place 2 tuning forks, both tuned to the same frequency, for example 440 Hz or A4, a few inches apart on a table. Struck the first fork with a mallet, it begins to vibrate, pushing the air molecules around it at exactly 440 cycles per second. After a few moments, place your hand on the first fork to silence it. You will still hear the tone. The second fork, which was never struck, is now singing. Why does this happen? Think of it like pushing someone on a swing. If you push at random intervals, you fight against the swing's momentum, and nothing happens. But if you push at the exact moment the swing reaches its peak, matching its resonant frequency, the energy builds. In the experiment, the air molecules, vibrating at 440 Hz, hit the second fork at the precise timing needed to overcome its inertia.
Because the frequencies are a perfect match, the second fork absorbs the energy from the air and begins its own physical oscillation.
When you pluck a string on a guitar, the hollow wooden body of the instrument vibrates in sympathetic resonance, amplifying the sound and giving it body and volume. A singer can shatter a crystal glass by hitting a note that matches the glass's resonant frequency. The sympathetic vibrations become so intense that the physical structure of the glass can no longer hold itself together. This is why soldiers break step when marching across a bridge. If the rhythmic thumping of their boots matches the natural resonant frequency of the bridge, the sympathetic resonance can cause the structure to sway violently and eventually collapse. If sympathetic resonance shows us that sound carries energy, cymatics proves that sound carries information. Derived from the Greek word chyma, meaning wave, cymatics is the study of visible sound and vibration. It reveals that when matter is subjected to specific frequencies, it does not just move, it organizes itself into complex, repeatable, and often beautiful geometric structures. The most iconic demonstration of cymatics involves a metal plate covered in a thin layer of sand or salt. The process: as a tone is played through the plate, using a violin bow or an electronic oscillator, the sand begins to dance. The sand moves away from the nodes, the areas of the plate that are vibrating most intensely, and settles in the antinodes, where the plate is still. At low frequencies, simple circles or squares appear. As the frequency hertz increases, the patterns become exponentially more intricate, resembling mandalas, honeycombs, or even the cellular structures found in nature. Cymatics demonstrates that frequency acts as a blueprint for physical form. This isn't limited to sand on a plate. It applies to any medium that can be influenced by vibration. In a cymoscope, water surfaces reveal three-dimensional wave structures. Higher frequencies create more nodes of interference, resulting in complex, lace-like patterns. In non-Newtonian fluids, denser substances like cornstarch and water, sound can create emergent forms that appear almost biological, with limbs that crawl and pulse in time with the rhythm. One of the most profound aspects of cymatics is how these sound-generated patterns mirror the natural world. We see cymatic-like geometries in the hexagonal storm on the pole of Saturn, the patterns on a tortoise shell or a leopard's spots, the structure of snowflakes and sunflowers. This suggests that vibration may be a fundamental ordering principle in the universe. If sound can organize chaotic sand into a perfect geometric flower, it raises a compelling question. How are the constant vibrations of our modern world, from the hum of electronics to the music we consume, silently reshaping the physical structure of our own bodies, which are made of 70% water? Cymatics shows us the moment of phase shift. When moving between two frequencies, the sand on a plate becomes chaotic and blurred. It is only when the exact resonant frequency is reached that the new, more complex pattern snaps into focus. This is often used as a metaphor in both science and esotericism for how systems, including human societies, undergo periods of chaos before evolving into a more organized state. Brainwave entrainment is the process of using external rhythmic stimuli, usually sound or light, to pulse the brain into specific states of consciousness. This relies on a biological phenomenon called the frequency following response, FFR. Just as a tuning fork can force another to vibrate, our brain's electrical activity naturally aligns itself to the frequency of the tones we hear. By measuring this activity via EEG, we categorize these states into four primary gears of the mind. Beta and alpha, the active frequencies. These are the frequencies associated with our waking life, ranging from high alert problem solving to calm reflection. Beta, 13 to 30 Hz, the state of action. This is the frequency of the busy brain. When you are debating, focused on a complex task, or analyzing data, you are in beta. The benefit: high beta is great for productivity and alertness. The risk: staying in high-range beta for too long, is linked to anxiety, stress, and overthinking. Alpha, 8 to 12 Hz. Alpha is the bridge between the conscious and subconscious. It occurs when you close your eyes, take a deep breath, or engage in a flow state, like gardening or light reading. The benefit: it facilitates super learning, creative visualization, and a sense of calm presence. As the hertz drop, we move away from external reality and deeper into the internal mechanics of the body and psyche. Theta, 4 to 8 Hz, the dream state. Theta is the frequency of deep meditation and light sleep, REM. It is that hypnagogic moment just as you are drifting off, where thoughts become vivid and non-linear. The benefit: this is the realm of the subconscious. It is where profound behavioral change, long-term memory processing, and aha moments occur. It is the magic state for artists and meditators. Delta, 0.5 to 4 Hz, the physical healer. This is the slowest frequency, associated with dreamless, deep sleep. The benefit: in Delta, the brain releases human growth hormone, and the body focuses entirely on physical repair and immune system strengthening. It is the most restorative state possible for the human organism. Since the human ear cannot physically hear a 6 Hz theta tone, as it falls below our audible range of 20 Hz, we use a psychoacoustic trick called binaural beats. If you play a 200 Hz tone in the left ear and a 206 Hz tone in the right ear, the brain cannot reconcile the two. Instead, it creates a third, phantom tone of 6 Hz, the difference between the two. The brain then begins to produce electrical pulses at that 6 Hz frequency, effectively tuning the listener into a deep theta state through pure auditory math. While we often think of nature as trees and water, we are also living inside a massive electromagnetic musical instrument. Between the surface of the Earth and the inner edge of the ionosphere, about 60 miles up, there exists a cavity that acts as a closed waveguide. What is the Schumann resonance? In the 1950s, physicist Winfried Otto Schumann mathematically predicted that this cavity would produce a specific electromagnetic frequency, the spark. The atmosphere is constantly being struck by lightning, roughly 50 to 100 times every second. The ringing. These lightning strikes discharge energy that gets trapped in the cavity, causing the Earth's atmosphere to ring like a bell. The note. The fundamental frequency of this ring is 7.83 Hz. The most fascinating aspect of the Schumann resonance is how closely it aligns with human biology. As we discussed in the previous section, 7.83 Hz falls directly on the border between alpha and theta brainwaves. For thousands of years, every living organism on this planet evolved while bathed in this 7.83 Hz. It serves as a background metronome for our biological clocks. Research suggests that when we are in sync with this frequency, our bodies function at their peak. Circadian rhythm. The resonance helps regulate the pineal gland, which controls melatonin production and our sleep-wake cycles. Stress reduction. Studies have shown that when people are shielded from these natural frequencies, such as in underground bunkers or lead-lined rooms, they often experience headaches, emotional distress, and disrupted sleep. When the 7.83 Hz signal is reintroduced, those symptoms often vanish. The grounding effect. This is the scientific basis for the earthing movement. The idea that physical contact with the ground allows us to discharge excess static electricity and retune our internal electrical systems to the Earth's fundamental frequency. In the modern era, we are surrounded by a smog of man-made frequencies, Wi-Fi, cellular signals, and power lines that operate at much higher, more chaotic frequencies. Some scientists and esoteric practitioners argue that this noise drowns out the Earth's natural heartbeat, leading to a state of collective dysresonance. Understanding the Schumann resonance suggests that tuning in isn't just a metaphor. It's a biological necessity for maintaining our health in a high-tech world.